Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are well. Today we're going to talk about something we rarely talk about on this channel, and that is plays. Why? Because I'm mostly a musical theatre girly. However, occasionally, and I'm trying to do it more often, the chance to branch out and watch something that doesn't have music in it comes into my world. And when there is a play that I've watched which I really enjoy, I like to collect play scripts. Why? I don't know. I started it and now I feel like I need to keep doing it. This isn't every play I've seen. This is more the creme de la creme, if you will. The plays in which my mind was shifted. So if you want to know what kind of show made me reevaluate my musicals only stance, stick around and we'll get into it in 2 whole seconds. So there is 6, oh cheeky flashlight, it's pink. There is 6 on this list. There is 6 play scripts. And how are we going to do this? Basically we're going to talk about what the show was, when I saw it if I can remember, and also why it has stuck with me, because the main reason I have bought the play script is to kind of keep my memories on the show with me at all times. So let's start with this one, Our Ladies of Perpetual Succour. This show, according to the back of the script, was at the Duke of York's Theatre in 2017. I had pretty much just got into going to see shows, reviewing them, not on this channel, on a previous channel I used to have, and this show was funny. It was cleverly written. It had some music in it. It also had, here she is, little Frances Maylie McCann in it, amongst other people. And this play basically broke me. I won't spoil it in case it ever comes back. I do hope it does, because it was really good. But basically the story of this is when these girls here were on a school trip out of a Catholic school into a big city, and basically they go out into the town, they drink, things happen, and amongst other things all hell breaks loose basically. Alongside that, you kind of get an insight into each member of the choir's life, and the one story of this person right here basically made me very emotional, to the point that the way this play finishes is not massively on a light note. And so through the bowels I was in tears, leaving the theatre was in tears. I managed to just about get to my hotel room, which at the time was next door, and got up in the lift, got to my room, sobbed, and uncontrollably sobbed for a good 15 minutes afterwards. But I put myself through it again. It was such a clever play, and yeah, it was brilliant. It definitely won yeah, it won the Olivier Award for Best New Comedy as well. So there you go. Next up, second play script, second play that I adored and would love to see again, Amelia. Now I do know that they filmed this for streaming purposes because during lockdowns they did a pay what you can scheme and streamed it. So hopefully we one day will get the stream to watch whenever you can. But this, again, is one of those stories that stuck with me. So this basically took on the story of Amelia Bassano, who was how to explain it? A poet and a feminist. Yay! The story was took on by three people who were all Amelia. There was a young, a middle and a older Amelia character, and they kind of worked alongside each other, worked with each other to retell the story. And the thing that always sticks into my mind about this show is the older Amelia's, I was going to say soliloquy, monologue, which is essentially the last portion of the play, literally scene 10. This whole thing from start to finish, which when the show was put on was performed by Claire Perkins, and to this day I can still probably tell you a good amount of it, not word for word, but a good amount of this show and that monologue, and everything about this play was just so good. It was an all-female cast, all female musicians, everything, it was just so good. And I either hope that they bring it back in some shape or form, whether they tour it, whether they put it back in London for a bit, whether they release a stream. I would love it to have another life because it was just brilliant. Next, and more recently, we have Accidental Death of an Anarchist. I didn't really know a lot about this show going into it. I basically went to it for Daniel Rigby, because I'd wanted to see him perform in something for years and had never got the chance. And this again was such a clever play. It was funny, it was silly, but it was genius, and yeah, I loved every second of it. The thing I admired about this play was how up to date it was in regards to things that are happening in the Met and in the police force since it was first written, and also that as you left the theatre you were given stats on how many things had happened in regards to arrests and such. I thought it was absolutely brilliant and really clever, and yeah. 3 left, which couldn't be further from each other if they tried. Next up we have For Black Boys Who Considered Suicide When the Hue Gets Too Heavy. I never can remember the entire title of this play without me having to check. This has complete opposites from every single one that I've talked about so far. I went in knowing pretty much nothing about this play when I saw it last year. I basically went on hype and hype alone, but my goodness was it good. Like Our Ladies, it follows a group, this time in a youth group, however, and also like Our Ladies, it gives each member of the cast a chance to tell their story, and the stories range from abuse and of death and it's hard hitting, but my goodness was it good. Again, this play also had that last hard hitting speech. Instead of Amelia, when it was basically one person on the stage throwing it in your face, this had every single member doing portion of the speech. They say the last sentence all together, and the power that that projected on stage was incredible. I think again I quite sobbed on that moment, and yeah, for the reason that it's so memorable in my head. Again, it was a 5-star for me watching it. Complete opposite end to that stage, we have Pride and Prejudice, sort of. Now, if you've been with me on my channel before, you all know my love for this play. I love Austen, I love Pride and Prejudice. I've never fully read any of the books. My love has come from TV adaptations and stage adaptations. This is a work of art in my eyes. It's funny, it is silly, it is every person's favourite play and favourite Austen story, although ironically my favourite Austen is not Pride and Prejudice. But it's silly, it's clever, it is told in such a brilliant way. There is a few portions of music, so the musical girl that's inside my heart is quite happy about that, but at the same time it is just so good. And yeah, it's currently still touring. I missed out on the chance of seeing it when it was in Birmingham because I was busy. I don't know if it's coming anywhere near me again. I saw it last year for the third time I believe. Yeah, it's just so good. If it's coming anywhere near you before it closes its tour, go and watch it. It is incredible. And finally, my most recent addition to this collection, The Importance of Being Earnest. This is the play script for the National Theatre production, which I saw at the start of this year. So it is the Oscar Wilde play script, however written / adapted for the National Theatre stage. So in the front, when you go to the cast list, you have the cast list from the National, and yeah, I loved seeing it when I saw it this year, and I don't know what I expected from it, but I thoroughly enjoyed my time watching this show. Again, it is silly, it's funny, it's cleverly written. It stood the test of time. The National version was absolutely brilliant. I do believe it's still streaming in cinemas in certain places, and hopefully, if I don't get a chance to see it in the cinema, it will be put on National Theatre at home, which I am quite tempted to purchase a subscription for in the not too distant future, because there's some things that they put on recently that I would like to watch. But yes, I had to have it because 1, thoroughly enjoyed my time seeing the play, 2, it is bright pink, and 3, why would I not? So there we go, there is all 6 play scripts. I kind of enjoy that I've started this. It's a little bit easier to store and have than my programme collection, which is slowly getting out of hand throughout the years, and I'm soon going to need to think of a different way of storing those. But yeah, I find it fascinating and love to look back on these plays from time to time, and keep those memories of seeing these incredible plays in my brain box, in my mind. At the end of the day, I will still forever probably be majority musical theatre girl. I love a sing-song. That's the downside of a play. You haven't got a chance of having a cast recording or a cast performance unless it is recorded and streamed. I suppose that's why I get the play scripts. They're kind of like listening to the cast recording, but instead I have to read. Anyway, that is the plays which shifted my musical loving heart slightly closer to the play world. Not a snappy title, hopefully. I would have thought of a better one after I've edited this. But there we are. I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you come back for more theatre-based content next time. I'm hoping to get another London trip in soon if I can. If not, I also need to check out some current regional productions / tours that are coming nearby, because otherwise I will forget and they will run away from me. But there we are. I'm going to leave this video here, so thank you very much for watching, and all that's left to say now is this: so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. Bye.